Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol, and welcome to this week's Midweek 180. Well, I'm actually at home this week, which makes a change. Petrol Pooch and we're inside today because the weather's not nearly as warm as it was yesterday, although I've still got my skinny legs out. Anyway, if you've not seen one of these before, this is my midweek update where I bring you my news, views and information about upcoming reviews, all filmed in one take. I'll put 180 seconds in the bottom left hand corner of your screen, and that's it, a very simple format. I do also need to maybe just say sorry for the audio. My lapel mic's broken, so I'm having to use my shotgun mic, so it might be a bit echoey. Anyway, without further ado, let's get cracking with this week's Midweek 180. I shall start my timer. Okay, first comment last week, Francois G. Come on people, he's getting back into the habit of getting that first comment. So first comment this week, I will give you a shout out next week. Where are you and what you're doing? Well, that was Steve Benham. Well, actually Steve reckons he's got the first comment, but first comment on Thursday because it was 3:08 in the morning in Sydney, Australia. So technically Steve was actually watching this on Thursday, not Wednesday. So he's put a shout out for the first comment on Thursday, which I think is quite creative. But where are you right now and what are you doing? And I'll give you a shout out next week. Question last week was all about replica cars and what cars, decent replicas. I think the consensus was a lot of Cobra, AC Cobra kit cars are often pretty difficult to tell from the original. Again, good GT40 kit cars are pretty difficult to tell from the original, and pretty much anything based on an MR2 is rubbish. Now, this week's question is triggered by the fact that yesterday I drove the most powerful car I've driven to date. I drove an Audi RS6 with 750 horsepower. That video is coming next week. So simple question, what's the most powerful car you've ever driven, and maybe was it too powerful or not? I won't tell you whether I thought the RS6 was too powerful or not. You'll have to tune in for that video next week. F1 was back this week from Spain. All I need to say is Hamilton seems to have his mojo back. See now, Lewis, if you stopped being a monkey git and drove like that all the time, nobody would be able to catch you. Apart from that, it wasn't a particularly great race, if I'm honest, a little bit processional. But it's Monaco next, which is my favourite race of the year, so I'm looking forward to that. New car news this week. I have seen my first Rolls Royce Cullinan. I was up at Goodwood yesterday and they had one of these. That car had 3 miles on the clock, which probably is driving it from the production line to Goodwood. I've got some special content coming on that. I'm going to go down to my friends at Rolls Royce Bristol again. We're going to use the configurator to configure a Cullinan, and then I'm going to get to drive one later on in the year. I would love to know what you think. This car divides opinion. There aren't many fans so far. All I can say, guys, is it looks much better up close and personal in the flesh. But I know it's a kind of very Marmite car, but stunning thing inside. And then Lulworth Castle was a blast this weekend, and I want to announce the competition winners. Ryan drew these yesterday. First prize for the Auto Bright car care kit went to Samantha Fowler. And then second prize, which was the mini valet by Ryan at RPM Services, went to Darren Campbell. Ryan will be contacting you very shortly about prizes and how we're going to get those to you. And that kind of leads me on to this Friday's video at 6 is basically my day at Lulworth Castle. I went out in the most beautiful little Lotus 11, absolutely brilliant little thing, the lowest car I've ever been in. I mean, it was scraping and banging on the road all the way around, but brilliant fun. And that needs to be something you tune in at 6 o'clock. And oh look, Das, that made a noise then, didn't it, mate? So yes, tune in at 6 for that. And then I'm going to go over a little bit because when I was filming the RS6 yesterday, I was at Goodwood and there happened to be the most insane track day on at Goodwood. Check out these couple of cars. This Huayra Roadster, I believe that's pretty much a one-off. It's the first one of those that's been seen in Europe. That was there. And the two famous Koeniggseggs, the RSN, which is the car that holds the speed record for a production car, and also the 0 to 400k and back again record, and the VMAX record was there, along with the Koenigsegg 1 of 1, and they were all going around the track. So I've created a little video about that. That will probably go up on Monday at 6, bit of a Brucey bonus for you, so make sure you tune in for that. Anyway, that is that. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have done so, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol for plenty more content to come, the next film of which is my coverage of the Lulworth Castle Motor Show and my drive out in the most beautiful Lotus 11, where I do actually end up looking like Biggles. But you need to tune in for that at Friday at 6 o'clock. But anyway, I'll see you on that film. You take care, guys. From the Petrol me, drive safe.